Typically, I don't look forward to a documentary coming out like this, but 4 months ago, when I heard they were making a documentary about John Candy, I was hooked. I loved his comedy, I loved his acting abilities, and I just wondered what was the man behind this that made this all possible? And for the most part, this documentary answers that question. Throughout the runtime of this film, you get a glimpse into his entire life through different snippets, whether it be his early career, his untimely death, or his rise to stardom. And unfortunately, some of it lacks some personability. The beginning of the movie and the end of the movie, there are some firsthand accounts of him that are just phenomenal. I thought it was just fantastic to hear from his family, from his friends, how great of a guy this was. But unfortunately, when you get to the movies, there's only little snippets here and there about how he was off camera. You do get some firsthand accounts of what he was like while filming movies, with Macaulay Culkin filming Uncle Buck and SCTV alum. But what I really wanted to see as a film fan was specific stories like Steve Martin filming planes, trains with him. Like, that's like watching the Mona Lisa get painted. Or even Dan Aykroyd while filming Great Outdoors. And I'm sure they asked about it. I'm sure it's there, but it's not in the film. And people might say, oh, what does that have to do with him himself? I think everything. And they touch upon this in the movie. John Candy played himself in every role he was in. Yes, he was characters, but a lot of those movies, it's about him. And even the title of this movie is about the most emotional scene that he's ever presented in cinema. But what do we get? We do not get the story of what it was like reading that scene. And I would totally understand if those scenes just don't exist, like you don't have those interviews because John Candy kept to himself a lot. But I don't know, it's something I wanted to see. So yeah, with all that being said, it's a good documentary with solid editing, but I would have liked a little more elaboration when it came to the stories of the behind the scenes for each movie. The last thing I want to bring up, it's a really minor thing, but for me as a film fan, I think it's important. There's a 3-hour cut of Planes, Trains, and Automobiles, and it still hasn't been released. But in this documentary, we got some glimpses into it. So if Paramount is watching this, I know they're not, but please release the 3-hour cut of Planes, Trains, and Automobiles. That comes from a devoted fan.